All right, we are back to the podcast that I have gone from doing weekly to monthly to whenever the hell I feel like it. And today I have coerced someone into doing this who I have known for about a month, and that person is Soccer Chick HS. You want to say hi to everyone?
Hello, everyone. I'm Soccer Chick HS.
That is a great introduction. We are gonna be flowing up the charts here now, climbing.
No, I stream on Twitch. Mainly Borderlands. I play esports. Hearthstone specifically. Second in the nation last year, and I am currently injured, but I ref semi-pro and collegiate soccer.
I love the fact that you lead off with the fact you're basically a semi-professional Hearthstone player. Oh, by the way, if you're depending on when you're watching this, no, there's a video live on my channel of her just beating my skull in Hearthstone. So go enjoy that if you just want to see her skills, up front, close and personal, and for 20 minutes, no, 10 minutes. That was a fun time.
It was a great time.
I'm glad somebody had fun.
It's math.
So I guess we can start there. Let's start with the Hearthstone thing. So okay, you play esports. You're in school, or you're in college rather. Your school has an actual like esports program, correct?
Yes, it's a program of like I think it's 56 students right now, and we have like a total of I want to say like 10 different teams, maybe 12.
What are they besides Hearthstone?
Um so Apex Legends, there's uh Smash Team, Rocket League, LOL.
That's League of Legends for
Uh
the uninformed.
yeah, that's League of Legends. Um there's
If you don't remember them all, that's fine. I
them.
was just more so curious about.
Yeah, I can't remember
Nah,
all of them off
yeah,
the
no
top of my
worries, no
head.
worries. Now, what I am intrigued by is, I don't. Okay, when I was in school, which was a long time ago, esports wasn't really a thing. If you wanted to go to school in anything athletically, it was mainly athletic athletics, not so much the esports side of things. So I find that just incredibly fascinating that you guys actually have like esports at a collegiate level, because I know that's been coming up at least a little bit. Not so much when I was in school, but now it's huge.
So yeah, it's quite interesting. I because I come from a background of sports with soccer and everything,
Yeah,
and so I don't really
obviously.
view it. I don't really view esports as a sport. Um, in the name of a sport, right? Like
Yeah,
physical activity or whatever. But like chess is a sport. You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's like on that level of sport, I suppose.
It,
And it's interesting to see develop. The competition's growing. There's even high schools that have esports teams now, which I think is really bad developmentally, but like also good because you need to prepare these kids who are going to come to college and play esports. It's like two-handed. If that makes
mm-hmm.
any sense.
I was more the thing that you said, like, oh, that's bad. I was really interested in that. Why do you think of that as a negative, having them at a lower level? Is it just a focus thing, or do you think that they should be doing like actual athletics, or is it just a
Yeah,
matter?
yeah. So I think they should. I feel like esports doesn't really help younger people understand. Like video games in general doesn't really drive competitiveness
Mm-hmm,
nature because
mm-hmm.
like you're just able to restart. You're
Right.
able to go to the next game.
Yeah.
And so I see a bunch of 18-year-olds come in and it's like I have to sit there and teach them how to be competitive and how to get like into the game like it is a actual sport.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think it's hard because, these 18-year-old kids will have such high hopes. Oh, we got into an esports program or whatever, and I deserve to go, be pro after this.
Yeah.
And so then it truly consumes their lives. It's kind of sad sometimes, and it's really hard. And I'd be like, "Yeah, man, like, yeah, but you're here to get your degree," and their eyes is on, I want to be the next big Apex Legend player.
Yeah. They want to join FaZe Clan as soon as they can. They're not looking at
Exactly.
they're not looking at it. Maybe it's the idea of the logic of this is my career. Like that degree is secondary. That whatever insert random degree here, that business degree, that cinematography degree, that's not going to get me anywhere. Playing Hearthstone is going to get me somewhere. Now, okay, because we're both from that athletic background. Like we probably both understand the likelihood of you're gonna fail. At least for me, I play baseball, and we're failing 7 times out of 10 every time,
Yeah.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
The best hitters are failing at a clip of 70%, between 70 and 60%. I don't know about soccer. I know very little about soccer, but I will fool you later with my lack of knowledge. But in that aspect of these kids who are growing up playing at a somewhat I'm putting finger quotes competitive level, because I mean, I play MLB The Show. That was what my channel started on, was competitive MLB The Show. But playing it this year, I can flat out tell you that ain't competitive. If that's competitive, we got a giant problem. And I know you play FIFA on the side too. Is it just the notion of when we're playing any game online in what they consider a ranked fashion? Is it just that because there is no stakes to it? Is, oh, you lose, you just have to play that game again and climb your score that a little bit higher that extra time than it being the idea of you going out there, you're the one failing and having to deal with that ramification instead of it being
Yeah.
like, I lost this ranked game, all I have to do is play an extra ranked game and I'll be back where I was.
Yeah, exactly. Like for the most part, it's just like grinding on ladder with most games.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
so it's not a truly competitive environment, but when you go to a best of 5, for example, like in Hearthstone, and you lose that big game or whatever, I've like my first year doing esports, I saw it a lot with Rocket League was struggling, and a couple of other teams, League of Legends didn't win a game, and like our first loss in Hearthstone, like people were devastated and like didn't understand how to appropriately come back and fight that.
Mm-hmm.
And it just knocked the wind out of them, I guess. It didn't hunger anything like you would, like, oh, I need to come back so at the end of the season I can da 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 da.
Yeah.
They're just like, no, this is a total loss and you can't do anything about it.
Instead of it
and
be,
so,
oh god, sorry.
No. And so it's been really difficult to teach being competitive when these kids haven't been in that kind of environment. And now they are.
Okay. Because I know one thing for MLB The Show, I know you don't follow it, but on that note, one of the things they've been talking about on Twitter a lot of times is they talk about the lack of a competitive feel, because one of the things, and I think this might just be because everyone who plays it played the actual sport, and I know for like Hearthstone, there is no like real life equivalent to it, but the one thing that Hearthstone at least has over like, the Madden tournaments that are kicking up now, the MLB The Show tournaments that they think they just wrapped up or have another one going, is they have at least the element of the player has control. A lot of these games, the player has very little to no control of the situation. And for someone, like you were saying, that competitive side, that's the biggest thing. And especially for a lot of these things where they want to be that esports competitive, that's really hard, especially for players who are competitive. They don't like having anything out of their control. And I'm sure you probably feel the same way in certain aspects about that. But with those collegiate level guys, like I know when I was younger, it was all like Call of Duty, which is more in the control of the player. But yeah, like if you are, I mean, first off, 18-year-olds, most of them, like fun sports fact was the quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars hadn't lost a game since high school. You want to talk about a guy who doesn't know how to lose? That guy went from being undefeated for 8 years to losing for like 5 straight weeks. That is the world coming at you fast. And I can only.
That is insane.
Yeah, the guy was on like hadn't lost ever. Meanwhile, there's me who hasn't won anything in his entire life. So who's the real winner. But yeah, I mean, think about that. Like, there was a guy who played his entire collegiate career from high school who had no idea how to take a loss at all.
That's insane because I think you learn a lot from it. Like I sat my like Hearthstone team down because we have 6 players right now, and I was like, "You're gonna lose. Like that's just the reality of it." And they're like, "What do you mean?" You know what I mean? Like you can have the best cards, you can have the best decks, but there's so much luck involved in Hearthstone alone.
Oh yeah, you
And
get top
so
decked. It's the worst.
yeah, it's the worst. And I said, you're gonna lose sometimes, and that's why it's a best out of 5, right? It's just
Yeah.
try to counteract that, and for the most time it works. If you have a good deck list, of 4 decks and one gets banned, you are likely to win, right? That is my strategy. It's all about the deck list, and what you bring to the table. Because even if you have a bad game, like you have a bad matchup, you're like, yep, I know I'm gonna lose this one, but I get him next time. Um, so it's a lot of teaching that. But I sat everybody down and I said, look, the best Hearthstone player in the world is Frozen, okay? And he's grandmasters and he's done very very well. He's never won worlds. He's never won anything on the big stage, um, but he's always there. And the reality of it is, statistically, he wins 52% of the time. So it's like the best Hearthstone player in the world wins 52% of the time.
That is horrible
So
odds. Just for the
yeah,
record,
it's so bad.
that is awful. Actually, this is coming from the guy who's got about 30, who's considered, like I said, considered to go to 7 is 30%. I mean, that's better than what I played.
It's hard, but it's kind of like you have to learn how to take a loss sometimes, but you have to learn how to come back from it too. Like, what could have I done different?
I will admit, this 12 minutes has been the most intriguing thing ever, because I've never had anyone say, when it comes to esports, a lot of people love to pat on the back and say, this is a good thing. Look at all we're doing. And you're the first person to say, no, these kids don't know how to lose.
And yeah, they don't know how to lose, and they don't know how to learn and get better. If that makes sense.
Is it? I mean, I guess I'm speaking from the perspective, this is the former athlete's perspective. Is it just, okay, we're about the same age, give or take a couple months, I guess. We're keeping it in the esports conversation, but sort of transition to what we were doing. We come from basically very hyper competitive areas. Baseball's becoming hyper competitive, and women's soccer has been very hyper competitive. Like, I played travel ball. Yes. Yeah, I played travel ball from 9th grade to basically my junior year. I'm sure you were on a couple of travel teams too, right?
Oh, I was on the Olympic development team.
Okay.
We were everywhere. Yeah.
I had a shot to get on the Olympic team, and I didn't do it. But that's another story for another day. Okay. Don't worry. But okay, but my point being is we were basically groomed to play at a higher level. Like, we had all-stars when I was in Pony League, which was like 13. We were hosting, so we were going to be playing like like the League World Series, to put it a little more easy broad, but at 13-year-old level. And I'll never forget the coach we had, who is probably the reason why I got pushed out of the game, basically made the comment to us, and I'm not lying when I say this. He looks at all of us in the face and says, look, I'm not going to mince words. You're going to be playing 13-year-olds who are going to look 16. And all of us are like, what? He's like, yeah, like, he picked the Puerto Rican team. I don't know why. I think it's because Pudge's son was on the team. And he said, all of them have mustaches and look 16, and they're going to scare you. And we're just like, okay, thank you for that. That was day one, was him telling me that. And then going to travel ball, the funniest thing, if you played high school, I assume, right? At least some point.
Yeah.
Low, at least for like your freshman year, right? And then you're like, this isn't competitive enough.
So, actually, when you play on the Olympic development team, you can't play high school.
Okay. Well, there in high, I assume in all high, okay, that ends my question there. But I know you're playing with people who are essentially the best at that age group, I'm guessing.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Okay. So take so that level of like high school ball to college ball to probably the Olympic squad, which now reigns in a bunch of more questions. But what for you playing at that high level, is it hard for you to turn that off at least a little bit, maybe, or does that give you that edge in this esports realm?
Uh, so I think it has brought a lot of, I'm going to say, trauma to my world. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Um, so I like live and breathe for nothing but be better. Cause like they ingrain that in you, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
You're up at 5 a.m. Running 5 miles
That sounds
as a warm up
that sounds awful.
to conditioning practice for 3 hours and then eat and then you go play all afternoon and then you go play all night.
And then repeat it
And
the next day.
oh yeah, uh, like 6 days a week. And we travel and do this and big tournaments and one mess up on the field and you just berated.
Yeah,
Run lap, run hills, run this.
yeah.
And so I kind of seen that like as I've gotten older and into different things like esports or with me reffing,
Mm-hmm.
even just schoolwork alone, I'm just like, well, it's never good enough, right?
Yeah.
And so I do think sports in that way has been kind of hard, but I also do think it makes for a more competitive edge because I'm like, well, uh, mediocrity is not going to slide here, and I need this, and I need this, and I need this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something I love and hate about growing up in that world, but I think has definitely given me a competitive edge because I see other kids who don't have it, and it drives me insane.
Okay. I that okay. Well,
That no hunger, right? Like no desire to like
no
be able to
desire.
come back the next day and run those laps and be better and have that better touch or play that better hand, uh, whatever it may be.
I mean, I would say that's a, a strong suit to the mental side of it, where it's the game of it's the game of I know I can outrun you, which I know in soccer is the key because you guys are playing 45-minute halves with little to no breaks, so any sort of edge you have is pinnacle, especially at that level. When you're facing, I don't even know. Like I said, my soccer knowledge is very little, but I know the idea of at like the junior like anything Olympic level, you're playing guys who are looking to be signed by somebody. I know at least in the men's side with like Premier League, they're signing guys at 16, which I think is nuts to begin with. But I mean that's nutty. I can't imagine that.
Uh, yeah. So so Alex Morgan plays on like to kind of give you a perspective. She plays
Diamond Bar native.
on what?
Oh,
No, she plays on the Olympic team, the
yes,
women's national team right
yes.
now. And she was part of what I was doing and I played against her. My old coach
Mm-hmm.
actually is the women's national team coach now.
No kidding.
So, yeah, Vlatko. He's wonderful. He absolutely deserves it. He worked up through the ranks. Now I had him as like a kid. I didn't necessarily have him when he started doing professional ball, but
Yeah.
yeah, now he's the women's national coach. Alex Morgan, I've played against a bunch of these women who went and played at some of the best colleges and stuff. Was who I played against. It was nerve wracking because
I
we
believe it.
okay. So the games and stuff that we would be at and why there was so much pressure all of the time was so imagine no parents being allowed,
Okay.
no fans being allowed. The only people that were allowed were silent spectators who were all like college and semi-pro and professional recruiters. So we'd have the field just lined up and stacked with silent people just taking notes the entire time as we played.
They're not talking practice. This is like legitimate. This is game time. These are
This is game time. Yeah.
that is nuts. I'm gonna tell you right now. Like if someone said, "Hey, you're gonna play on this scout team," and you're playing against other scout teams, but no one's gonna be watching you, just scouts, I would have the biggest performance anxiety of my career.
Oh, I
I would be
did.
able to perform.
I was playing up top, and I had just had knee surgery.
Nice.
And I scuffed it so bad. And we were in actually a final against a big team out of the South to go play in Spain. And it was tied and we went into overtime. And I I didn't make the perfect pass because my knee was just everything was just
Yeah,
off.
it's tight still. Yeah.
And literally it was probably like the worst day of my life. I got berated by my coach. He pulled me afterwards because we would have had a goal. We would have won.
Mm.
And I got berated by my coach, and he was like, are you effing kidding me? Are you da 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 and all this different stuff?"
Yeah.
And then we had to get back on the bus with this same team after everybody witnessed us just lose like our whole trip to Spain.
Yeah.
And the girls were so upset. They're like crying.
Yeah.
And then the other team starts like gloating, and then we get mad and we're like about to fight, and it was so
Naturally.
bad.
No.
It was so bad. But like all these people saw, and it was good. Like people saw my play. Like there's like a ranking system online for college coaches who are recruiting, and I was ranked 17th in the nation for left winger, so that was cool. Or 17th or 7th, I don't know, I don't remember.
There's a difference, but you're in the top 25. Let's say that.
Yeah,
for left wing. Okay.
Which was awesome. And I got TCU guys coming out and flying to meet me. I had it was awesome, but broken knee. I couldn't do it anymore. So
yeah, you just can't push it again because you never know, especially like it's an ACL or MCL or.
My kneecap came out of place. So
okay.
Yeah.
No, like I caught for the majority of my baseball career. So when it comes to like knee injuries and stuff, my mother was a catcher, and she slid into third and dislocated her knee. So when it comes to knee injuries, I get it. I understand completely. When I say I had the knees of a 40-year-old, I mean it. And I can only like I've never had anything major other than like the occasional like twist and like sprain. But let me tell you, like anytime anyone says, "Oh yeah, my kneecap was like up at my quad," I'm like, "Whew, okay, I get it. You just take the step back."
Words of advice from Soccerchick: don't dislocate your knee. It ends careers. That's for sure.
All right. So so this took a way serious turn than I figured, but like I said, every time I talk to you, I somehow just go, wait, she did what now? And yet you end up here, and I'm mind blown every time. I don't.
I've had a really weird life. I will be honest. No. I've done a lot, which is good and bad, but here I am.
Here you are in what you described as podunk nowhere of Missouri and going to college in this.
Yes.
Unbelievable. So okay, before we I guess go back to the series side, I need to ask this now. So you were playing against like girls who played professionally, respected, like Alex Morgan, who I think's one of the best women's soccer players like on the planet.
Yeah.
I don't know if any.
Oh yeah.
But okay, so like people on the team now, you played against most of them, right? Or at least in some fashion, like you've seen them.
Handful. I'm older, right? So most of them have kind of came and gone. And anybody who was super serious about it that had like offers, a lot of them went to college and did really well in college, and then got a real job. Because women's national team doesn't pay well.
Okay. I want to ask this because you're a soccer fan, and I don't mean to open up the political like pay gap of this. But when you watch, I'm gonna put it this way: when you watch, you're an overall soccer fan, I assume, right? Like you're not just like the women's side.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, when
Hmm.
you watch the men play, and you're watching them play because they're still qualifying for the World Cup, and I think in theirs, are they tied for first or first? I forget. I haven't looked at that in a while.
I, they're bad. I don't really
Let me
watch
look. I'm gonna
them.
look.
They're not very good.
Because the show,
Uh,
okay, I think I've talked to you about this in chats before, where like why I'm a Chelsea fan because the two, the producer Mike Ryan did Chelsea mic'd up for like years, but he stopped this year because they couldn't reach a deal with the team. But he and his one of the other producers, who's Chris Whittingham, who calls MLS games a lot of times, they keep everyone up to date on it. And I want to say where are they? Oh no, they're tied for second. They have 11 points in whatever the hell this is.
oh boy. Yeah. The NA bracket. They're not good. The
Okay,
men's team's not good.
when you watch the men play, watch the men's team versus the women's team. As a mediocre, I haven't watched soccer since Landon Donovan was on the men's team. When you watch the games, do you say these guys would get absolutely wrecked by the women and it's not even close, or do you think it's actually it's just it's closer than we think, or is it the women are that much better?
The
As
women are that much better skill wise. I think the only place that they would struggle is with uh physical fitness. Like obviously the men are stronger.
yeah,
They're gonna body off the ball a lot more, and they're gonna be faster.
but in terms of
Uh,
just like straight up like their like skill set wise, are the women
oh,
are better than
night and day better. Night and day better. And it's honestly sad. I've talked to a bunch of people who love soccer.
Mhm.
Like our MLS teams, Major League Soccer teams
Oh, they're a
would
joke.
no, they're so much better.
Oh wait, women.
So
Oh no.
much
Oh, you're
better.
talking about women's. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was talking.
No,
I
no,
was
no.
thinking men's. Sorry, that's my fault.
No, I'm talking about men's. I'm talking about men's uh MLS teams
Mm-hmm.
are way better than our national team. And there's literally no excuse for it.
Is it
Like why our national team is that bad.
is it
There's
just?
none.
I mean, is it just a thing of they don't want to play for it? Is that it?
I I
Is
don't
it that simple?
I think the coaching staff's just really bad. Like who they pick to play is not good. Like
Greg Berhalter.
so yeah. So like they brought up Busio from Sporting Kansas City. And Busio's a legend. He just got signed with a team in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's so good. And they finally pulled him up, but they don't even play him half the time. We have good players that are sitting on the bench. It's just poor coaching mistakes. I don't genuinely understand like our well, and we recruit well in the MLS. And the MLS is, allowing people from other countries. But
Yeah, I mean, that's when you said like the MLS teams are actually like good. I'm like, is it the Americans that are good on those teams, or is it like when we rent out
the Americans aren't bad.
guys?
And some of our star players that you see on LA Galaxy or in some of the other teams, they don't play them in on the men's national team, and it's like why I guess it's because mainly the national team, they don't really bring up a lot of people from MLS. What they do is just have like their own players,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, well, they're going to be born and bred to be a team, and then they suck every time, and it's like just start doing what
Everyone else
everyone
does.
else does. Yeah.
It,
So
I see, because okay, as the stupid, I played the American sports. My thought was the reason why the men always sucked was, you can tell me I'm wrong and laugh in my face when I say this. For the longest time, I was sort of under the impression that it was always the people who, I don't want to say lack skill in other sports, but it always sort of seemed like the guys who played soccer, at least when I was younger, were the ones who weren't. Is coordinated the right word? I don't know the right word. To play like
see,
to play like other sports, and that's been the impression I've been under for so long when it comes to like the men's side of it, where it's like he's like, I think most of the guys are my height, which is like 5'10", and like there are a couple 6-footers, but it always seems like Landon Donovan's not that tall, if I recall, right?
No, he's not.
Yeah, the guy's, what is he? How tall is this man? Yeah, the man's, hold on, he's 5'8". He is shorter than me.
There you go.
So I'm assuming like they're that height, and I know that's not like the ideal like the football height, baseball height. Well, it's baseball height, but I was always under this impression that they were like physically speaking, they were lacking something, and I hope that's not the case. That it is just they're not pulling the right guys to do this. They're pulling the guys
they're just pulling the wrong guys. There is mad talent in American players, but if it's so political, so I'm gonna crap on USSF a little bit.
That's fine.
So I did work. Excuse me. I think after this year I will be unassigned as so the United States Soccer Federation is super duper, like they try and run themselves like FIFA. If you know anything about FIFA, it's just super corrupt and like,
yeah, they didn't, was it last year or a couple of years ago, they got I forget what it was, some sort of relegation where it looks like the one to Qatar may have been not exactly on the up and up, if I recall.
Yeah, that was so bad.
Okay.
So USSF is kind of similar to that, and the female side of USSF obviously has seen a lot of issues, ridicule, and rightly should.
Yes.
But like the men's side of USSF, it's just like it's all who you know, and that's who goes to get played. Like that's who gets a spot on the national team. That's who gets a spot if you're gonna go ref pro. That's it has nothing to do with how talented you are. I think we see it a lot more in men's than we do in women's. I think women's is competitive enough environment in the collegiate realm that because there is that, right? Like,
yeah,
men's soccer isn't very competitive in collegiate.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes, I would agree.
And so there's this kind of like huge gap between skill set, and I think it mainly comes down to like collegiate play, because collegiate play is dirty. Like that's
really?
When things get real. Yeah, oh yeah, that's when things get real for soccer players who've been playing competitive their whole life, but everything's been very maintained. But once you go to the collegiate level, it's like, well, everything's all or nothing, and they make it that way. It's just a different environment, and so men aren't really seeing a whole lot of that. And like your best leagues are going to be your lower level leagues, because D1 can't recruit kids from Germany or kids from Mexico or whatever, or if they can, it's super, super hard. So your best players are in like NAIA leagues as opposed to Division 1, and it sucks. But like here, women's soccer is more popular, so D1 is much more competitive than NAIA.
Yeah, because no, I would agree with that. I mean, I only know like the soccer federation from like the standpoint of all I hear about is like from like the women talking to it. When it comes to the men, it's mainly I just hear kind of the whole like they don't know what the hell they're doing. At all.
It's they don't. USSF needs to get it together, I think, as an organization, as a company, as a team, for men's and women's, they need to get together. But
I mean, we're hosting, I think, a World Cup and the Olympics within the next decade, if I recall. Right? I know the Olympics, because the Olympics literally are in LA.
Yeah.
Which is my hell.
Yeah.
But
I don't know about World Cup.
I could have sworn.
I don't think they've announced or finalized yet.
Let's see if they have it. It might be in Canada. It's somewhere on the West Coast. I let me look. Pause for so 2026 It's North America, and it's in Canada, Mexico, and the US.
Oh, okay. So what they did for okay, that makes
So
sense.
it's CONCACAF basically on
Yeah,
steroids.
just Gold Cup
It's
with
it's the
more
Gold Cup. But
more stuff.
but like I said, 2022, which we're looking towards now, is in Qatar, which is going to be hotter than Hades. But we got another year, I guess, and I'm sure the men will have a short stint, and we'll.
If they make it. I'm sure they will because
Well, it can't get much worse.
FIFA rules. FIFA rules are like, sure, yeah. I
Yeah, you
mean, you're
tried.
the United States, you pay enough. Okay, here you go. Come
There you
in.
go. Get your butts handed to you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's I guess I'll try to turn this. I'm sure I don't know how we got here, but that like I said, that was 30
Sorry.
that was no. That was 30 minutes, and let me tell you, as someone who all I know is from what I hear on one podcast when they let them talk soccer and basically have that backed up and say, "No, it's this. It's everything they're basically saying." Like I'm cool with it, and I'm sure the 5 people who listen will be too, but
Sorry. I
no,
like
no.
soccer.
No, that's fine. That's better than me saying, "Hey, did you beat Alex Morgan on a kick at all? Did you cross her up?" Like that was where I was going with this, and you're just taking it in the direction that probably is more entertaining than me asking dumb questions.
I like dumb questions too. I don't really remember playing against her besides like
It's Alex Morgan.
what team. Yeah, besides is Alex Morgan and a couple of the other girls she was playing with were big, but yeah.
What? Okay, because so my biggest moment in my baseball career was striking out a possible 2-time MVP in Bryce Harper. Was there any moment like if someone asks you what's the one thing you take from your soccer playing career that you can pull out of your pocket at a party to impress somebody? What is that if you have anything? Like I said, is it crossing up Alex Morgan, Rose Levette? I can't think of any. Kelly O'Hara or something.
Uh,
Do you have anything like that?
oh gosh.
Or them making you look like a fool? It might be the opposite. Could be a funny little tidbit story.
No. So we were on this huge game. Oh no, it's actually the playoff game. To get into this main game, and homegirl does a bicycle kick, into scoring the winning goal, which was fucking awesome.
Wait, that was you?
That was me.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
gotcha. Okay.
Into our losing game.
Well, you were the hero at one point, and like all Greek tragedies, tragedy befalls.
The next game, just choke so hard.
Tragedy befalls everyone, I guess.
Yeah.
You got the highest of highs and then the lowest of lows.
Yeah.
There's something poetic, I guess, in that nature, I suppose.
Yeah.
Or not.
I've accomplished a lot more in reffing than I have, I think, in actually playing.
Oh, well, now you become the thing that everyone yells at when you red card people.
Oh, 100%. I'm everything everyone yells at just because. That is my job title. Is ref yell at.
Are you one of those like over aggressive refs? Or are you you're kind of like, I'll let him play a little bit?
I let him play for the most part. Some people don't like that. I try and not be the center of attention because I am a female. It makes it really hard.
Yeah.
Because nobody's used to it. And so I try to be as least involved in the game as possible, but still maintaining,
the obvious call.
Well, game management. So that's not always the obvious call, but it's just like if I know this game's going to get out of hand, I'm going to be quick to call something, but I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. Like I'll have like kids or whatever, especially on collegiate, and on men's, who'll come up and yell at me about something stupid like, "Oh no, like why would you? That's not a foul, ref. It's not a foul." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're done with this conversation, and then I walk away and we move on. And
I
so
know the game,
like at that point, you just got to tempo.
I'm more glad that you're one of those refs because with baseball they do it all the time and it drives me nuts. And it usually starts around like that, just entering high school level where officials love to make it about themselves, and we call it we say baiting, where they'll like you say something Like in baseball, sometimes they'll just make a call and you sort of like say something under your breath and they'll stop and go, and they all, for whatever reason, they always use the word son. They're like, "What was that, son?" And just like, what? I'm sorry, who are you? Or they'll say something
Hilarious.
like they make a call, and you can, if you watch the World Series, we're recording this before the World Series. And if you watch any part of the like World Series, or you look up anything on YouTube with some of these umpires, there are guys who will literally knowingly know they either made the call like dead wrong or like borderline and they leaned it, and they will literally just bait players to get them tossed.
Oh, I've seen so many refs do that, and I've worked with refs who do that. I hate it. I hate it. I'm like, stop.
This isn't about you.
It's not about you, and it's like it's not appropriate.
Yeah, you're not it. It's not. Don't be that guy. In short. All right.
Yeah.
Let's try.
Don't be that guy.
No. All right. Let's get lighthearted. Can we do that? I know
Mhm.
I think we've berated U.S. soccer and officiating enough.
Yes.
Let's talk about Twitch. You've been on Twitch shorter than I have and seen way more success than I have. What
Don't know about that.
what drove you? Okay, what drove you to do? Sorry, what drove you to like? What pulled you to Twitch?
Okay.
That's an answer.
Yeah, it is. So, just friends being like, "Yo, you should stream," and I was like, I had like a terrible computer that could barely run Hearthstone at the time.
Naturally, that's how we all start.
And yeah, and I was like, I don't know about this. And they're like, you'd be great at it. Like it's a little extra side money. You're hurt anyway. And I was like, yeah, but I'm still reffing. They're like, it'd be fun to do over the summer.
You're also a broke college student, so anytime the word side money comes in, it doesn't involve you driving your car to pick up someone's food.
Yeah,
I think
it was kind of that, and it was just kind of like me being in the esports world and possibly wanting to move in a direction of working in esports, like potentially when I graduate.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I should probably get a social media presence. And talking to some people kind of after the initial stream push talk was like, oh no, you need a social media presence. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what drove all that is mainly career move, and I play video games anyway.
Yeah.
Every night.
That was 1,000% why I did it. It's like, I'm doing this anyway. I might as well see if I can get something out of it.
There you go. Yeah, and I've met, like, I think the coolest part about Twitch is like meeting people like you and so many others that are just awesome human beings. I'm gonna get sappy again. Sorry.
No, go for it. That's fine.
Working in an environment where you constantly get rated and yelled at, I come onto Twitch and there's so many nice people and nice things being said. It's been so refreshing and new for me. It's been absolutely just wonderful to see that like communities can come together and like be good to each other. And not saying the soccer community is like completely toxic.
No, I get what you mean. No, I totally get what you mean.
But it's been a lot for me, but I'm learning a lot through it, and I don't know, I'm loving streaming. It's great.
Apart from that whole like I need to be on social media.
Yeah, that is kind of the main.
There you go. I mean, you're on TikTok. Apparently, that's the key.
I struggle with TikTok.
So let me so I'm trying not to like take a lot of the paddle. Like I've tried to get better just letting my guests talk. But I had a friend who called basically everything that happened with social media, where he's like, his exact words to me, I think 5 or 6 years ago, where there's going to reach a point where your social media presence is going to matter so much that it's going to be on job applications. I laughed him off and said, no way. And literally got a job because of Twitch. So,
yep.
I think I owe him an apology.
You do. You need to find that man and say, look, I done messed up and you were right.
No, I still talk to him, and I brought it up to him. I'm like, if you had told me like this years ago, and that kid's an idiot because you're absolutely right. I didn't see it at all, and that was
Yeah,
stupid of me because but 5 years ago Twitch wasn't a thing, as dumb as it sounds, or it didn't blow up the way it did.
that's true.
But
The pandemic and kind of everything is changing where things go.
yeah, no, I mean, I was when I was working, I worked with a bunch of college students, and for them, the one thing I cared was this is they could there was the things I heard like, God, we're getting serious again. Stop doing this to me. But
Sorry.
no, but the one thing I kept hearing was going from like in person to online was like the biggest mental hurdle for them because they were like, how do you do this? Because there was one before she transferred out. There was one manager I knew who was fully online. So for her, she's like, "This is all I've been doing. Welcome to my world." When you guys make fun of me for not like having to handle it, and everyone had to handle it because of this presence. And I'm like, oh, hey, there's me who did it online. But
Proud of you.
I'm
Proud of
I'm proud of me too. Uh, okay, I promised you I'd fill in on a joke that I did to our buddy Jelly Ghost. Do you watch Ted Lasso?
I do. I
Okay.
have. Yes.
Okay. So quick story before we get back to, I guess, the star of the program. You, um, how, when when I first heard about you, Jelly, if you end up listening to this, you're great, but you're I got one on him. So we're in Oxy's chat. I don't know what brought this up, but he brought you up, and for whatever, because he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start watching soccer now, and I'm like, why the hell are you gonna start watching soccer? So he brings you up or whatever, and me being the smart ass I am, I well, okay, I'm a Chelsea fan, but for the sake of the joke, I started just talking about the team in Ted Lasso, AC Richmond, and I summarized different parts of the finale of it as if this was an actual team dealing with this actual situation. So at one point I go, yeah, AC Richmond was on the point of relegation, and they lost their stud Roy Kent, and they ended up losing the game. But it looks like they're getting back to the Premier League now. And mind you, I don't know one in this chat understands that sentence, that statement, or what it's from, and they're just like, "What are you talking about? Like, you guys not know AC Richmond and Roy Kent, guys, guys? He has the greatest sounding chance of all time." And after a while, I'm just like, guys, that may or may not have been the season finale plotline of Ted Lasso.
I love Ted Lasso.
So that's why
it's such a good show.
I think
that's funny.
I think at one point he went into your chat and said something like, "Oh, sorry, I'm confusing that with the plot of Ted Lasso again." I think
Probably
that was why he said that. That was a shot at me because I did it to him and he didn't understand what I was doing.
Jelly's funny. So he'll like come up with like, I can tell it's just like copy and paste from Wikipedia.
Yeah, no, it is 1,000%.
Like all of it, and I'm just like, and he's like, yeah, I know
soccer.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, I know Messi's gonna come to Inter Miami in like 5 years when he's on one leg and has a one working leg and a peg leg and a parrot on his shoulder.
Yeah. Hey, some people are just, they try. It's funny. It cracks me up. Because like most of my audience, I don't think really understands soccer. So
I don't think most of my audience understands baseball, so we're in the same boat.
There you go. See? Yeah, because I don't really know baseball.
Yeah, that's fine. No one needs to. It's fine.
Royals. Go Royals. If you're listening, go Royals.
Yeah. Hey, and you've been attendees, and you're the young guy in hip that I know offhand. Don't suck, please. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so that was my story. That was my Jelly story.
Aw. Well. Unlock Spects.
Well.
Your joke.
I liked it.
Well, this is good.
I thought it was funny. It's really funny when no one knows that I can rip off the plot of that and have it sound like decently.
Have it sound legitimate, yeah.
I mean, AC Richmond seems like an actual team that would get regulated out of Premier League.
They have so many weird teams out of the Premier League that do get regulated. I'm just like, why and where do you get the funding? Like, I don't understand.
I didn't know that was the thing until like 2 years ago, where someone brought up regulation because some team got regulated, you know, like they do every year, and it's like, does that actually accomplish anything?
I don't
like there. I mean, there can't be that big of a competitive difference between Premier League and whatever leagues below it.
So, yeah. Well, the Premier League's like the best league I think in the world as far as like competition goes. Like when they're scaling out like who's the best player, like big factors what leagues that they play in. And
now you lost me,
Premier League's number one. Yeah, I know. I could tell. I was like, oh, he's not gonna know.
No, I mean, I get Premier League, but like anything below it, like I can't tell you.
Yeah.
Like the only thing I know is like if you were to say like if Premier League, I have to put it in baseball terms. If Premier League's like like MLB, like that's where you want to be, and then like for MLB we have like AAA, AA, like single A, and like below. Like
yeah,
but I don't think it's that level. I don't think that competition drops dramatically. Like if you were in like the league below Premier League, like there's a learning curve into Premier League.
It doesn't drop that much. I think it's style of play that's different. So like if you compare like Copa America,
okay, that I know.
South America,
yeah, that I know.
Leagues versus like the Premier League, like they're not near as good, right? Like North America leagues aren't near as good as Premier Leagues. La Liga is up there.
Yeah.
And they're better than the America leagues, but
All right. We'll start kind of bringing this thing down, but I have an interesting question, and you can tell me. You can tell. I have an observation about when it comes to soccer coverage.
Okay.
Is Lexi Lawless just constantly in a state of annoyance and anger, or is it just his persona? Because I'm convinced that man hates the world.
I'll be honest.
Please tell me I'm right.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know if it's an actor, if it's just he's just that.
I think he's just an ass. I think it's that simple. Like every time he's on, he just looks like he's pissed, and I don't know why.
A lot of soccer players function that way, though.
But like I've seen Landon Donovan and heard Landon Donovan talk, and he just I think he's indifferent, but I don't know if that's just Landon Donovan being Landon Donovan.
Yeah.
Does he not? Does he not care as much? Is that it? Does my soccer hero not care? I mean, I'm cool with that.
Probably not. He got his payday. He didn't give it. He didn't care anymore.
He's still bitter that they left him off the team in 2012 or whatever it was. That's what I think it is. It's just bitterness where he's sitting on his couch going, "I told you all," and now he's coming back to just commentate and being like, "I told you all, and you all laughed at me."
You know, everybody wants their 15 minutes. You know what I mean? That could be it. He did though. He just I don't know.
He did.
He did have his 15 minutes. I don't know what his problem is. I think he wanted to last longer. He wanted to be an absolute legend.
But the whole thing is, I mean, the whole thing is most athletes, I don't know if it's just baseball, but I assume it's just athletes. We're all a little, how do I put this nicely, clueless to our own limits and when we need to end it.
Yeah.
I think,
I agree with that.
I would think, and even for him, like when he was winning titles with the Galaxy, like he'd still be playing if someone signed him. Absolutely.
Yeah. There's a lot of ego in the sports world.
Yeah. Yeah. You're telling me. Okay. I want. I'm sorry. What?
No, you're good.
This is not where you saw this going.
Lawless is an interesting. Yeah, I didn't see you pulling out his name, so that was fun.
That is my one quip, because I've worked with people who are soccer fans, and I've asked that to every one of them, and all of them say, "I think he's just that way."
Yeah,
like it's like he's Roy Kent, but not have any redeeming qualities about him.
Yeah.
Right?
Probably. Like that's how I feel about it. I want to like err on the side of caution because I don't know, but Probably.
You think Lexi Wallace just scours the web for podcasts to talk ill of him? Because I would love nothing more than that.
That'd be funny.
The guy who streams baseball and Borderlands horribly on Twitch gets under his skin. I would pin that on my wall. I would.
You gotta put his name in the title. Put
Lexi
Lexi Wallace in the
Oh my-
title. So that
No, just I'll hashtag it. Well, I'll hashtag is Lexi Wallace an ass.
There you go.
And then come on the podcast to defend yourself.
That'd be hilarious.
God, is that how I get it? I just start petty internet drama with people who are way above me.
You know what? Maybe. I don't know. I honestly, I think you're fabulous at streaming and podcasting and social media in general. I'm terrible.
I was gonna say, I like how you think I'm a pro at social media. What's my last tweet? Wait, what is my last tweet? Hold on.
I don't even check Twitter.
I'm pretty sure my last tweet. Oh yeah, I played Soccerchickhs in Hearthstone. Check it out. And then the one before that is of a guy coming out of his jacuzzi, saying it's motherfucking World Series time.
That's awesome. See, that's way better than me. I think my last tweet was like, I'm going live like 4 months ago.
Oh, let's see. Let's see. What was it? Let's see. No, it's thanks for all the love and support. We took it home, guys and gals. Another successful night in gold. And that was July 9th.
I had a Hearthstone tournament that I won. Yeah.
But it looks like that was pulled from your Instagram, so let's see what your
was pulled. Yeah.
Yeah, I think half your tweets are just from your Instagram. Good way to
I don't even tweet. It's just pulls from Instagram.
Yeah, your actual last tweet was Borderlands 2 and Chill Tonight Heart.
Yeah.
Hashtag BL2, hashtag streaming out, come hang out. Wow, that is deep.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I go hard on Twitter. That's funny.
This is brilliant.
I'm so bad at social media. Again, I'm trying, but
just post your thoughts. It's not really difficult. Just post stupid things. Here, let me show you. We're gonna go deep dive into Spects' Twitter account here. Let's see. Let me see. Let me find something stupid. Oh, I made fun of a radio guy for sucking at his NFL picks for losing to former wrestling legend Chris Jericho for 7 straight weeks on NFL picks.
Oh God.
That happened.
That's awesome.
Yeah, let's see. A lot of tweets from Hamilton. And just George going awesome. Wow. Let's see. Meme picture. Trying to think of something stupid I've tweeted. No, that's Michigan tweet. Apparently I'm not that good either. Oh no, I said some MLB player does one thing, he hits big dick dingers. There you go.
That's great. That's gold.
That's all. What?
Content from Spects.
Yes, follow me. You too can get tweets out when I just say, what's this one player do? He just hits home runs with his giant wiener. That is stuff you can only get from me. Oh yeah, and I made a stupid video where I put do you watch anime by chance?
Not really.
Never mind. Then you would understand this joke.
I mean, unless it's Promised Neverland.
It's My Hero Academia.
Oh yeah, no.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm just trying to look for. I'm trying to look for like my stupid not baseball related tweets. And there's not a lot of them. I'm really just stuck in that alley.
I understand baseball more than I do anime, so if that helps anything.
I'm trying to think. A lot of them are just like, I really hope Brandon Crawford rubs this possible World Series ring extra hard in Garrett Cole's face. And that's because they're in-laws.
Oh my God. See, that's great. Great. If anybody knew what you're talking about, which I'm sure your audience does.
Yeah. I took a shot at Panera Bread.
Oh, what'd you say?
I saw a Panera commercial for their mac and cheese grilled cheese. That place is a pretzel away from a mall style food court, and I love it.
I almost tried that the other day. I went to Panera and I was like, yo, it looks kind of good though.
I used to
You
work
know?
there, and I made that joke last year when they got the flatbreads that we are becoming a food court in a mall. And
I'm sure I'm sure they love that.
the whole thing is, one of my managers absolutely got it. A couple of them just sort of gave me the weird look of, I don't want to make pretzels. But most of them were like, you know what? You're not far off there, sir.
Yeah.
I'm continuing to scroll through my stupid tweets. I don't have
Love
a.
it.
Oh my god. Oh, I have one that just says -2 passing yards.
Ah,
Oh no, that's
nice.
right. There was that weird 3-day weekend where I became the world's biggest Cole Tucker fan.
Oh, okay.
That may or may not have something to do with the fact that he's dating Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
fair.
There,
I would
there's
be jealous too.
there's pop culture. There you go. I tied it back into pop culture.
Nice.
Halo,
Legend specs.
Halo Flight. Oh yeah, me making fun of Twitter or making fun of Twitch for their stupid boost program.
Oh, they have a boost program?
Oh, do you
Yo,
not know
remind me.
about? Wait. Do you not know?
No.
You do. Oh. Let me fill you in on this dumpster fire. So, Twitch. Great company. Found fantastic. Please don't boot me from your stupid program, Jeff Bezos. Um, but so Discovery is an absolute dumpster fire, right? Like me and you aren't being discovered in our category.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so to help, what's the one way to help small creators get discovered, in
Uh,
your opinion? If Twitch
I
would,
mean, network, like meeting people in different chats.
okay, we're
Like,
okay,
it's like
okay,
it.
not smartly, like stupidly, like what what would to,
Like buying the bots. I've seen a lot of people try that.
okay, so take that idea, but make it Twitch legal. They have allegedly
Oh no.
started to do a boost program, which I assume is, I'm gonna compare it to like Tinder, where you pay the dollar to boost your profile to more annoying people in your area, because that's what Tinder is. But you can buy X amount of, or watchers can buy X amount of boosts for you. So yeah,
What?
so like 1,000 recommendations is $1, and then in this picture it said 1,000 recommendations 99 cents, and then 3,000 is 2.97 to
What
boost your
the
stream
hell?
for however long, 10 minutes at a time, and I assume a new category. So
That's so gross.
yeah,
Go away.
yeah.
That's so weird. I'm glad I know like pretty much everyone who comes through, because that would be off-putting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the person who can't handle a hype train, how are you gonna handle a boost train?
I mean, I'd be like, where are you from? Like, am I getting bought? Like, I'd get mad probably. Just like, don't do
Okay,
that.
I need, okay, if you don't want to answer this is totally fine. I When it comes to like that, because it seems like it happens in your chat a lot, like hype trains and stuff. Does that are you do you are you I don't know how to put this question, but
Okay.
is it
Try.
okay? Because I
It'll be
know,
all right.
I know for me, whenever like anyone gifts subs, like when I first got affiliated, my buddy literally dropped 18 gift subs because he wanted me to get
Oh, wow.
another thing, and I'm like, can you not? And like, that's genuine, and I know a lot of times people are like, that's not genuine. I'm like, no, trust me, like, please don't spend money on stupid me, go do something else. But
Yeah.
I know, like, it seems like I mean, I throw like a bit in there because I love chaos. Um, but like, how do you? Because like I said, you seem to get like, when that stuff happens, like how much of it is like, hey, please don't, and not stifling like people being
So
kind, I guess is
it's
the right word.
gotten weird. Yeah. So a lot of it is please don't.
Yeah,
Um,
which
um,
I get. I totally get.
and a lot of it is like thank you for being nice or whatever. But I've been called out on it several times and like, do you see how much you've put into X, Y, and Z person's chat. And I'm like, well, yeah. And they're like, well, why'd you do that? Because I love them and support them,
Yeah.
right? And they're like, okay, we'll take the same kind of affection. And I'm like, I don't know how, so no.
No,
And so I'm just,
I totally get it. That makes a lot of sense.
And it's kind of been stuck in that weird thing. So I don't know. I've been just kind of. You see me cringe. I get awkward. I'm just
hey, like I said, I get it. I get the idea of what the whole like what deserve. I guess deserving's the right word.
Yeah, and
Of,
like
of it all.
Twitch is dumb money. Like this is, you know what I mean? Like
no, I don't know what you mean.
Like I've spent stupid
okay.
amounts of money on like just people, and I don't want anybody to get caught up with that.
No, I get it.
But like, I don't know.
I get
it's hard.
No, I get what
it's
you
weird.
mean. I get it. No, I totally get it. I'm not. I like I said, I find there are things I find fascinating on this website. This website, on that website, and the one thing I find I never cease to amaze me is how some people take, I don't know how to put it. I don't want to say fans, like viewers for granted in a way.
Yeah. I see a lot of people do that. Just like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
And it's just like, I'm like, this is just like money they're giving you. Why are you that way? Like, if this is real life and somebody like you didn't know came up and gave you $20 or something, you'd be weirded out.
Yeah.
You would. They're just like, I enjoy your presence. Here's $20, right? Like that's how I kind of view it. So it's like, what the fuck?
To be fair, if someone said, "Hey, I enjoy your presence. Here's $20," I would gladly take it. Just saying.
I got $20 for you, Spects.
You offered me 100 and I blew it in my face. And I blew it.
True.
No. I think I said it yesterday, but I made the comment of like our friend Kateri was like, she dropped $100 in it and you only had to put channel points up. And I stopped her when she knew she wasn't losing that money. Let me tell you right now, she pulled the old Spects move of, I just need him to say yes. I know that trick. I've done it.
It's great. You know what? In one of the games, when I was like, "Yeah, let's double down on this."
Oh, please don't.
I was sweating a little bit because I had Drew so bad. I mean, my hand was cheeks.
You know, the last time I played this game was 4 years ago, right?
It doesn't matter. You still have like smarts, right? Like about you.
I'm glad you think so, but okay. And
so I was like, oh my goodness, like what do I do? And yeah, it was weird.
It didn't help that I picked a TKO deck and didn't know that it was a TKO deck. Or the fact that
when you burned your resources from the OTK deck, I was like, oh, we're good.
He's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. I don't run.
Yeah.
I have never. I don't run TKO decks. I don't know if you watch. I don't know if you've ever watched. If you listen back to that stream, but I made the comment. My entire strategy was just Magic the Gathering board control as much as I could, and that.
And
that didn't work.
Makes sense.
That didn't work. That was my strategy. Was I might not be able to outwit her, but I can control, and I'm gonna control until my points go down.
Yeah, that's awesome. I see you do have the smarts for a card game. So
I did play Yu-Gi-Oh for most of my life.
When I was sweating a little bit,
again poorly.
Worried about
again poorly. But that's neither here nor there.
True.
No one told me that you were second in the country.
I don't tell anybody that.
Like, you just keep that in your back pocket.
Mm-hmm. It's not something I brag about. I got MVP of the season too.
Okay.
So
you really, cool. you kind of just do. You, okay, I don't know what I was gonna ask.
I think I don't like to brag. Like it's weird.
No, like, no. I'm the same way. Like, so the funniest bit of any, I guess a lot of this was um striking out Bryce Harper is like the one thing I guess I have, and I don't talk about it. I don't say it. I don't, because I'm like, one, no one cares. First off,
Who's Bryce Harper?
exactly. That's it. That is the answer I will ultimately get. Is who? Bruce Hooper? Who? Like that is
Yeah.
the answer I get. Like 9 times out of 10 is that's what I get. So it's like, why am I gonna tell anyone this? Like, all I sound like is the douche you went to high school with, who still brags about his high school football career. I don't want to be that guy because no one likes him.
Be that guy. Yeah, nobody likes that guy.
I'm a little bit that guy on Twitch, but that's mainly for show. I'm still just scrolling through tweets, by the way, and see if there's anything.
I love it.
There's really not. Oh, I said U.S. softball's better than U.S. basketball. That was a thing.
Interesting.
I'm just trying to look at stupid tweets. Oh yeah, I just put that stupid eyeballs, pancakes, teddy bear thing. I love that tweet because no one knows what it means.
Yeah, you lost me at like eyeball candy or whatever you said.
I think I put it in somewhere, or someone's like teddy bear. What was it? I could go for teddy bears pancakes or something, and I'm like, that's not what it means. I don't even know what it means. Yeah.
I,
All right. Anything else you want to add before we put a bow on this thing?
I mean,
Anything you
I,
want to?
I don't know. Is there something I should add? Oh, I've been working on my. This is going to be Borderlands specific
Okay.
for anyone interested. I'm working on my One Life Krieg melee only specs right now,
How's
and
that working out for you?
I don't think that this is possible.
Didn't Jelly do that? And it didn't. I don't think it worked out that well for him.
No, he never did melee only.
I could have sworn he did.
It was me who tried it. I died at level 4. But now I'm like actually putting thought into it.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure Jelly once died to Knuckle Dragger, so as long as you better than that, I think you're better than he is. So.
Oh, I did beat Knuckle Dragger.
There you go. You're better than Jelly. Congratulations.
What?
I think
I'm never better than Jelly.
I think the first time I saw him, that's what he lost to, and I was just like, "What?" Like he was doing a pistol only run, and I'm like, "How do you loosen to that, boss?" Like,
I don't know.
I don't know, and I'm like, "Huh, that's a thing."
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm better than Jelly.
At least for that.
I got that in my back pocket. I got that in my back pocket now.
Like I said, I think that's what happened. I'm not sure, but I know he died like really shortly, like into it, and I'm just like, huh.
Feeling myself now.
Well, that's right. I told Frost I was gonna stab him if he didn't play Borderlands with me one night. That's right.
Yo, I need Frost all his freaking mods he has for Fallout. I think that's so cool what he's doing.
He broke my favorite game, and I hold it against him.
Is Fallout 4 your favorite? Fallout 4 is my favorite. Fallout series.
My favorite Fallout game will forever be New Vegas by a wide margin. But I like 4. I think it probably would be Fallout New Vegas 4 then 3.
Okay.
But I haven't. Also, playing New Vegas on my PC is near impossible because I can't move it over to my good monitor, so I have to play it on my on my crummy what I read chat off of, and it's. I tried to play it a couple like last week or something. I'm like, I can't do this.
I'm glad you and I both have a monitor that's just like absolute dog that we read chat off of. I'm like,
yeah,
this'll work.
So my main monitor that I use for gaming is HDMI 27 inches curved. Pretty.
Oh, okay, fancy.
My crummy monitor is AVA connected cable. into
Mine
my computer
too.
that I just read chat
Let's
off of because I'm
go.
like, this one doesn't matter. I can use this one. Oh, crap.
My monitor, I think, is from like '08
I
that I
think
read chat off
I think
of.
this one's from 2012. Like it was on our my old computer.
Heck yeah.
But the the funniest part was the first time I ever streamed, and let's see if your first rig. I didn't have the PC till early this year, so my first stream was straight from my PS4.
Oh wow.
Reading
Okay.
chat off my MacBook, and when I did start streaming, my first ever like face cam stream was from my MacBook.
Aw, that's awesome.
I have come a long way. It's just like
You have.
I'm literally like everyone's like, oh, my first stream is bad. I'm like, I used a PlayStation with no
I see
face
a lot of
cam.
I see a lot of people do that, and I was gonna do that, but my PlayStation sounds like an Apache helicopter,
That's how
just
most of
trying
them are. That
just
like
trying to chug along.
it. Yeah, it just sounds like a vacuum cleaner from hell.
Yeah, but I mean, I got it when it was brand new, you know?
I got
So,
mine during the pandemic.
well.
I've only been playing MLB The Show for 2 years.
Really?
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Brag.
I'm a brat. Do you think I'm good? Hold on a second.
Yeah, I have
I'm
no idea
not.
what you're doing.
I'm not.
I have no
I
idea.
suck.
I s-
I'm horrid. Like as much as I say like, hey, 1v1 me in a game where I know I can win, you'll probably beat me.
That's hilarious.
Let's play FIFA. You'll probably beat me in FIFA too.
I'm actually terrible at FIFA. Most good FIFA players don't even like soccer or football.
I think that's probably a good thing because then they can make the moves and not have like a bias.
Well, so I learned very quickly that like the game FIFA and soccer are not the same
Yeah,
thing.
no, I gotcha. I feel that with baseball.
Okay, then you get it. You get
I
it
get it.
100%. It's like this is very different.
I
Like this is not.
but if I pull a Ronaldo, can I use him? That's the only question. Or is it like no, throw him in the dumpster?
Love Ronaldo, but he is.
Bad.
We can't talk about Manchester United right now. They're my favorite team, and they just lost 5-0 to Liverpool.
Ooh, did you see that Chelsea score I sent you? Ooh, what was that, 7-0? The champs are back. So good.
Thank you for having me on your podcast, Spects. I appreciate you having me out. Anybody who's listening, I hope you're having a wonderful day.
I just like I can't even bring it up. I was a Man U fan for years. I think I said that, but
I'm so hurt right now. We're so bad.
I mean, at least you have Ronaldo.
I guess he's not even playing well. Like it's been bad.
Because Messi's no longer a rival.
This is true. I think in some world they're a rival. I prefer Messi's play over Ronaldo's.
I always root for the French team he's on now.
That's probably what I'm gonna go to. I'll be
or
like, Premier League, what?
Or hell, just wait the 3 years until he goes to Inter Miami and you can go watch him.
Yeah, there you go.
God,
Inter Miami.
I love the fact that you're just laughing because when I say they're a joke, you understand when I say they're awful.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
David Beckham's
terrible.
David Beckham's a fraud.
David Beckham is amazing.
Say it. Say it. Say it. Say he's a fraud. Say it.
He's not a fraud. Nope. I would never.
Do you want to? Okay. Well, then we can put a bow on this. You know how I found out that the LA Galaxy were playing in a playoff game when I was in high school?
Why?
True story.
How?
I was watching a Laker game and it was wrapping up. Or me and my buddy were watching a Laker game wrapping up. And they broke into breaking news that there was a blackout where the Galaxy were playing in a playoff game because, I don't know why they thought that was breaking news. And we're like, wait, the Galaxy are playing? And they were like in like game 3 of like the semifinals to get into the finals. And I'm like, how do I not know this? I'm in the LA, like I live in California and the LA Galaxy are making a push to a title. And I don't know what is wrong with this. What is wrong here?
There's a lot wrong there. Wow. Way to put a bow on it, Specs.
You're welcome. I know how to wrap it up as I continue to look for random stupid tweets.
Hilarious.
I found one where it said my birthday's in December. FYI, I don't know why I was doing that. Or why
Oh, what's your sign?
What?
What's your sign?
Oh God, the stupid goat.
A Taurus?
Capricorn. Is that it?
A Capricorn. Maybe. I don't know anything about astrology.
I worked with someone who actually like nailed me like with it, and I'm like, I don't know what any of this means, but I'm glad you think I resemble this.
I definitely do.
I
definitely think you do. Yeah.
You what?
I just agreed with you.
Oh, all right. You don't even know what. Okay, cool. A lot of my tweets are just Twitch analytics.
Twitch analysis.
Yeah, because oh my God, this one's from May 1st. I streamed for 2 hours and had 3 viewers. Oh boy. I remember those days.
Wants to give you a hug. Poor Spects.
Oh boy. All right. Shout out your stuff and I can let you go do whatever it is you do before you stream.
I makes foods and I eat it. Yo, check me out on Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok is all Soccerchickhs. And then I have a Twitter that I don't really use. It's Soccerchickh.
Yeah, you can get insightful. Oh, I'm gonna read another one of her tweets. Let's see. What's another one of her Twitter originals here?
Twitter originals? There's not very many.
I think literally was the one that just said like. I think it was legitimately just that one. Oh wait, no. There's one where it says Far Cry New Dawn is amazing. Oh wait, no, that is also from Instagram. Your Twitter has nothing of like originals. It's literally just a soundboard for whatever is on your Instagram.
So the main plug and takeaway from this is check out my Instagram, guys.
Wait, when's the last time you posted on Instagram? Here, let's go down this one. Let's see which is the best one for good old Soccerchick.
Yeah.
What was this one? Let's see what this one is. Oh no, you posted 6 days ago. All right, cool.
Yeah, see?
There you go. Oh, it was Barry Horror Story.
Yeah.
Oh, and you just
some kids been making me like TikToks, and I've been just throwing them up there.
You have a you have a TikTok guy?
I do have well, he just does it for fun, and he's bored. So yeah.
Bored. I have to do everything myself.
I mean, otherwise I would have no TikToks. But yeah.
Like you have wait, how many you don't have that many TikToks, do you?
No.
Okay. Well, all right. I can
Not that exciting.
I can only make fun of your social media presence for so long.
That's why we're working on it, right, Specs? Yes.
Wait, wait, why are you telling me? Wait, am I supposed to help you with this? I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're the professional.
The latest TikTok I posted was me accidentally freestyle rapping in my stream yesterday. I don't know if you were there for it. I don't know if you were there for it. I did it completely on accident.
I wasn't, but I'm sure there's a clip.
I clipped it, yeah, because I'm like, wait, did I really do that?
That's awesome.
All right, go check her out. She's Soccerchickhs. She plays Borderlands 2, apparently, even though she hasn't played it in like a month.
I play all the Borderlands. I'm playing through all the Borderlands right now, and then sometimes I play Overwatch and Hearthstone.
Who plays Overwatch still?
Me, I do.
Besides you,
I stand Blizzard because they're a terrible company.
What a save there! What a save! All right, no, go ahead.
No, I have to play esports for him, so it's like
they don't pay you, do they?
No, but like their leagues and stuff are through Blizzard.
So you're not regulated by the NCAA, right? So you can take the money, correct?
Esports regulation is weird. So no, but yes. It's this is like a 2-hour conversation.
Okay. I mean, you can stream and you're not getting in trouble for it, so I think you win.
Well,
Oh,
that's
no.
because of school policy, not but if I plugged like where I went to school and what I did, the school could take my revenue. Blizzard could if I streamed like one of my tournaments that I did, I would get in super trouble and they could take any money that I made. Yeah.
So don't do that. All right, cool.
Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it, kids. Don't
get sued.
That's a fact.
I'm already ripping off Nintendo, so
everyone rips off Nintendo. It's a national pastime. Oh yeah. By the way, before we go, I know we said this like an hour. We're going an hour and a half. I keep saying I'm gonna wrap it up, and you keep saying something. You keep bringing it up. Your emotes make no sense at all. She streams Borderlands. She's a pro in Hearthstone, and her emotes are Mario themed.
Who doesn't like Mario?
I don't know.
Yep. Everybody was like, "Yo, make emotes," because I didn't have them, and I was like, "Okay." And so I googled video game, and Mario came up, and I was "Bet this is gonna be it." That's how that happened. Who didn't like Mario? I love Mario.
Oh,
Mario Sunshine's the best, by the way.
Oh my god. Oh. Have you ever streamed a Mario game?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god. Anyone out there listening, just make Soccer Chick like her own emotes.
I love you all.
Just rip off that Tiny Tina emote that Kateri whips out on me all the time.
Yo, that's Ace's emote.
Just steal
Ace's. That's such a good emote. Steal Ace's emote.
For the record, I've said this before, and I'll say it like recorded. Mad Lenny, with his damn Piplup emotes, are the best thing I've ever seen.
Those are so good. They're so amazing. And they're so cute.
You don't understand how much I love that smug Piplup. Like, I want to sub to him just to use that stupid smug Piplup, because that is my favorite scene in the Pokemon anime, like, in the 20 years it's been on the air, is that damn smug smirk of his. I love it.
I literally only sub for emotes. Like, if I sub, that's why.
So you don't like my emotes? Is that why you haven't subbed to me? Huh?
It was great. Spects Gaming TV. People, I hope you're having a great day. Yo, Spects, thank you for having me out, man.
Yeah, no problem. Just diss my emotes. It's totally fine.
Make better emotes.
I made them on the fly. All right, go check out Soccer Chick. Her stuff will be in the description below. Like I said, she streams. I don't know when you stream.
I love you, Spects. But when I stream?
Yeah, when you
stream? Randomly, not randomly. 8:30 or 9 CST most weeknights.
I would say check her Twitter when she goes live, but she can't even post and go live on Twitter. I think that's the easy first step for your social media presence. Just copy and paste and say go live.
It's probably a good idea.
That is a good idea. Yeah. All right, like I said, go check her out. We're finally wrapping this thing up. So, all right, bye everybody.
Bye.
All right, see you in the next one.